Scanning for audio.
Welcome to yet another Tin Dog podcast, this time covering Destiny of the Doctors number 8. Because it's the 8th release, you get the 8th Doctor. Now, you're fairly limited when it comes to 8th Doctor companions, as far as the general public's concerned. However, these are A, audio stories, so the chances are they're at least familiar with Big Finish, and B, if you've made it up to this story, you're kind of on for the long ride. So, are you going to have anyone from the TV movie? The answer is no, because of rights. Not that anyone's really checked, but of course Big Finish will have checked. That's the point. That's why Grace and Favour, no, you know what I mean, aren't actually part of the Big Finish range. Which leaves us, rather nicely, with Charlotte Pollard. You could have the person who's currently with the Doctor in the Dark Eye stories, but that really doesn't work, because Charlotte Pollard was with the 8th Doctor for years. We're talking a decade. Oh, and congratulations, by the way, on her forthcoming child, which is due, well, any minute. Charlotte Pollard is voiced by India Fisher. For those of us who don't know this sort of thing, and why are you listening to this show if you are, Charlotte Pollard is the voice of MasterChef. She's the person who says, "on a bed of couscous," only in a slightly more attractive way, and less sinister. But to us, she'll always be Charlotte P. And there's going to be a Charlotte Pollard, well, spin-off series. Yes, it's been talked about for long enough, which means the ideas have had long enough to mull in people's minds, and when we finally get the series, it's going to be fantastic. Big Finish have recently announced that they're doing it, and they're recording it as we speak. So that's going to be great. But this is Charlotte Pollard, well, with the 8th Doctor. The 8th Doctor, as we played by McGann, has become a firm favourite with fans. But it's a companion chronicle, or at least in the style of a companion chronicle. So what have we got? Well, in all fairness, you have to say that this is Doctor Who does the 39 steps. In the 4th Doctor's time, and indeed right across the period of Doctor Who, we've always had Doctor Who does such and such. Well, this is definitely the 39 steps. It's got aliens in it. It's also got aliens in the rabbit ears kind of fashion. Yes, England, and in fact the whole of Europe is on the brink of war. The BBC have featured, in the 39 steps, you've got that battle on the, well, in the 70s version of the 39 steps, you've got the battle on Big Ben. Alright, the clock tower of the Palace of Westminster. Big Ben is the bell inside the clock tower of the Palace of Westminster. Yes, I am the sort of person who points that out to practically anyone who'll worry. That's not important. What is important is that the same sort of scenes here are on top of the BBC Broadcasting House. You've got train journeys to Scotland, to Gretna Green. You've got people on stage, memory men, you've got spies in the audience. It's all the same sort of thing. Repeated ideas, but here given the Doctor Who flavour. Charlotte is, of course, split up from the Doctor in that classic way, so you get to hear the narrative from her point of view, which is fine. Yes, there are Germans out there, and yes, there's something big in the atmosphere above us all. Giving any more away will give away spoilers. Of course the 11th Doctor turns up, and of course he interferes with what's going on, or at least asks for some more help. Will much of the 11th Doctor story be anything other than asking for help, or will he just nip off at one point and go, right, I've sorted it? That we'll find out in November. But until then, this is, well, yet another great story. A fabulously well-crafted piece. It's got enough nods to the original for us to know what we're talking about, but it's got enough of its own creations for us to nod and go, yeah, I like where it's going with this. And of course, India puts in a sterling performance. Now, next month is supposed to be the 9th Doctor. Now, originally, I thought it was going to be, well, John Barrowman reading it, but it's going to be Mr. Briggs. So more about that when we get to review that story then. Until then, here's the trailer for this story. Be seeing you.
Someone playing Rossini! Yes, that might be it, elaborated the Doctor. Someone's always playing Rossini. He's a hugely popular component of the light orchestral repertoire. We need to check concert houses, nightclubs, jazz venues, anywhere someone might be playing Rossini. His eyes glinted. Let's make like blue-bottomed bluebottles, shall we? Helpless to resist, Charlie picked up her cavalry officer's heels and followed the doctor as he galloped off into the West End night.
Oh.
The next thing Charlie knew, pretty much, it was morning, in an unfamiliar flat on an unfamiliar couch. Well, where the devil... Oh, will you stop it with the Rossini?
Sorry, did I wake you? Didn't realise I was doing it. Think about that tune. Once it's in your head...
It's hard to get it out, I know.
Well, it's your fault, miss. You were humming it in your sleep, best part of the night. Suppose I must have just picked it up, like I seem to have picked up... you.
Excuse me? You've picked up no one, sir.
Oh, Lord, I didn't mean... No, sorry. Don't you remember getting here? From the music hall?
Wherever here is, no.
Just my little old bachelor flat in Portland Place. Look, that's a broadcasting house.
And the little old bachelor is?
Hilary Hammond. At your service.
Doctor Who Enemy Aliens. Performed by India Fisher, with Michael Maloney as Hilary Hammond.
You've been listening to the Tin Dog Podcast. Doctor Who is the property of the BBC and no infringement is intended. To contact the show or to find out more about Whostrology and my other works, click on the links on the Tin Dog Podcast homepage. Why not follow Blue Box Messiah, all one word, on Twitter to keep up to date with tour dates of my forthcoming Doctor Who comedy play. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance. It's the 50th anniversary. Last year, you promised yourself you'd get a copy of Whostrology. You know, for yourself, for that bookcase. You dropped hints to your loved ones. You wrote letters to Santa. You even promised yourself you'd buy yourself a copy to celebrate finishing off all that annoying Christmas shopping. But it never arrived. So this year, why not give in and buy one of the funniest books you'll ever read? Annoy your family by chortling away at jokes that only you and a handful of other Doctor Who fans will get. Whostrology, it's the future. Stop hanging around waiting for the ebook to come out. There won't be an ebook. There won't be an app. Buy it today while stocks last. Click on the link on the Tin Dog Podcast homepage or visit any branch of Amazon. You know you want to.